Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No, what? There it is. Just take it out. What is it? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh Allah. You can see the DT is also better here. It's always good to sit in front of the speaker, not on the side, because there's more chance of falling asleep. Hare Krishna. Huh? Okay, just bottle. No. Nobody is watching. Yeah, a glass. What is it? Huh? This water you didn't get from here? Huh. So fake though. Hare Krishna. So Gaur Purnima is approaching. We'll begin with Bhagavatam verse and then speak a little bit about Gaur Leela, because Gaur Purnima is coming. So I've been asked to speak on first canto, second chapter, 11th verse. Vadanti tat tatvid. Vadanti tat tatvidat. Vadanti tat tatva vidas. Pratvam yad jnanam advayam. Bas. Brahmeti paramatmaeti. Bhagavaniti shabdayet. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma or Bhagavan. Purport. Absolute truth is both subject and object. There is no qualitative difference there. So Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan are qualitatively one and the same. The same substance realized as impersonal Brahman by the students of the Upanishads, as localized Paramatma by the Hiranyagarbha, the yogis, and as Bhagavan by the devotees. In other words, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, is the last word of the absolute truth. Paramatma is a partial representation. Impersonal Brahman is a glowing effulgence to the Supreme Lord. Sun rays to the Sun, God. Less intelligent students of either of the schools sometimes argue in favor of their own respective relation. But those who are perfect seers of the absolute truth know well the above three features are the one absolute truth, are different perspectives seen from different angles of vision. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Pancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are coming very close to Gaur Purnima, 18th of March, Friday, and we can prepare our consciousness by taking shelter of the holy name. In today's verse, Prabhupada is explaining that there are three features of absolute truth: Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Krishna is a Bhagavan, and Lord Chaitanya is not different from Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada asked this question to a devotee, Prabhupada asked this question that, who is Lord Chaitanya? And somebody said, he is incarnation of Krishna. Prabhupada simply smiled and said, no, he is Krishna himself. Brajendra Nandana Jai, Shachi Suta Hailo Se, Balarama Hoilo Nitai. That same person who is Brajendra Suta, Nandanandan, he has now come in the form of Shachinandan. Jai Shachinandana Gaura Hari. Yashoda Mata has appeared as Shachi Mata. Nanda Baba has come as Jagannath Mishra. Krishna has appeared as Gauranga. And Balaram has appeared as Nityananda. So, Hari Hari. It is the sound system Prabhu's way of saying Jai, Jai. So we should absorb our mind. We have about 5 days left, right? Today is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5th day is for Purnima. We absorb our mind in remembering Lord Chaitanya, his sweet pastimes, his holy name. The other day we discussed some of the childhood pastimes here in Jagannath Mandir. We were discussing how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would play with his class friends. I would like to read some of the other pastimes which we could not discuss the previous day, especially the pastimes when he was in his childhood and in his youth. Navadvip Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela has three parts. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas has three parts. There is Adi Leela, Madhya Leela, and Antya Leela. Adi Leela mainly deals with his activities as a young child, his birth Leela, then his education Leela, and it terminates in Sannyas Leela. And then Madhya Leela discusses Lord Chaitanya's travel to South India, and also discusses Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going to Vrindavan. So I'd like to discuss a little bit of Lord Chaitanya's Leela, which is very purifying in the present context. Kaviraj Goswami, he begins every chapter with a beautiful verse. Like here he is saying, I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because simply by offering a flower at his lotus feet, even the most ardent materialistic person becomes a devotee. Anyone of you heard this before, this verse? Hare Krishna. Because I want to know how many were there. We discussed on Thursday morning this verse. For the pleasure of those, for majority were not there. So I will take this point again, that even if somebody is a non-devotee, atheist, Nastic, cow killer, murderer, if he simply offers one flower to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will become a great devotee. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Anything we offer to Krishna has permanent value. Anything else in this material world is temporary. Like suppose I have an account in SBI, State Bank of India, or ICIC, or UC. How much percentage of that will remain with us? You see, the way it should come from down up. It looks a little better. Yeah. It goes down like that. Yeah. Then little bit. So, is there any bank where you can transfer the Lakshmi after you leave your body to the next birth? Did you not read in the newspaper there's a new bank account where you store money, then after death it will be coming to your next body? Is there any account like that? There's only one ATM center is there. ATM, all-time Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And Lord Chaitanya has come to increase your balance. He wants us to all take shelter of the holy name in the mood of this servant of the servant. So here Kaviraj Goswami is describing the Lord's Leela when he was a student. Lord Chaitanya's father, Jagannath Mishra, wanted his son to get the best of education. So he took him to Gangadas Pandit. Who is Gangadas Pandit in Krishna Lila? Sandipani Muni. So even Krishna went to gain knowledge from Sandipani Muni. And thereby he taught us that it's very important to take shelter of a proper guru. Tasmad Gurum Prapadye. Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. One should go to a bona fide guru, inquire from him submissively, and render service to him. Self-realized soul can give knowledge because he has seen that. The Lord Chaitanya actually, first he had Gangadas Pandit. Gangadas Pandit is not his spiritual teacher, but a grammar teacher. Then later on he had spiritual teacher. Who was the spiritual teacher? Ishwarapur. And then he had a sannyas guru. His name was Keshav. And he respected all of them. So Gangadas Pandit, whatever Lord Chaitanya was taught, once he would hear, he would remember that. It's like nowadays we take notes, and then you forget where is the notebook. Lord Chaitanya was Shrutidhar. What took ordinary person maybe 1 year to complete, Lord Chaitanya would finish in 1 month. Because he is the person who gives the knowledge to Saraswati. These grammar rules are made by Lord Chaitanya. So there is no question of it learning. So Gangadas Pandit was very happy that Lord Chaitanya is acting as my teacher. And anything he would hear them once, he would remember them. And then he became expert in commentary. If those of you have got book, please open a mobile, Adi Lila, chapter 15, verse number 6. You got it? ये आदि लीला का 15वां अध्याय है. हमारे जूम ग्रुप में भक्त भी देख सकते हैं. आदि लीला 15वां अध्याय और श्लोक नंबर है 6. अल्पकाले हैल पंजी टीका ते प्रवीणा क्षीरकाले र पड़ुआ जी ने हय नवीना. He soon became, you got it, that verse? He soon became so expert in commenting on Panjitika that he could win victory over all the students, although he was a neophyte. Mahaprabhu is apparently a new student, but he was victorious everywhere. Adhyayana Lila Prabhura Dasa Vrindavana Chaitanya Mangale Kaila Vistari Varnana. In his book Chaitanya Mangal, which is now known as Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur has very elaborately described the Lord pastimes of study. Now we come to another pastime where Lord Chaitanya is teaching to his mother the importance of Ekadashi. Ekadashi ka, that next verse is about that. Ekadashi. Verse number 8. श्लोक नंबर 8 है आदि लीला का 15वां अध्याय 8वां श्लोक. एक दिन मातारा पड़े करिया प्रणामा प्रभु कहे माता मोर देह एक दान. Oh, you got it here. Everybody can see? सबको दिख रहा है? माता जी, can you see from there? नहीं? तो हाइट ये फॉन्ट साइज बड़ा फुल okay. एक दिन मातारा करिया प्रणाम. Anybody can guess what is the meaning? One day he offered obeisances to his mothers, and Prabhu कहे माता मोरा एक दान कर. एक माता जी मेरे को एक दान दो. Give me some charity. क्या मांगते हैं? लड्डू मांगते हैं, पेड़ा मांगते हैं. जनरली बच्चे माता पिता से क्या मांगते हैं? पेड़ा. They want some sweet. What did Lord? Let us go to translation. His mother replied. No, sorry. One day Chaitanya fell at the feet of his mother, requested her. Next. What do you request? Mata bole tai diba, jeto me magiba. Prabhu kahe ekadashi te anna na khaiba. हाँ, प्रभु का है. प्रदीप प्रभु, can you read loudly? Translation. एक मिनट, माइक है क्या? Mic is there, extra mic, or you can read now in the next time.
His mother replied, "My dear son, I will give you whatever you ask."
Please read again. Okay, you read like that, no problem. Built-in mic.
My dear son, I will give you whatever you ask. Then the Lord said, "My dear mother, please do not eat grains on the Ekadashi."
Mahaprabhu is asking one charity. What is that charity? Ekadashi te anna na khaiba. On the day of Ekadashi, we should not take grains. So Prabhupada's purport is very strong. From the beginning of his childhood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the system of observing fast on Ekadashi day. So Prabhupada says actually in the purport that we should not take grains on Ekadashi. We are finished. Prabhupada once told that better on Ekadashi don't take anything. The devotee said, no, Prabhupada, very difficult. Okay, you can drink some water. Okay, very difficult. Then you can take some fruits. Okay, still difficult. Then take sabudana vada. But never take grains. Don't eat pakoda. Or tomorrow is Ekadashi, na? Krishnananda. So we're preparing you for tomorrow. I am personally not here because I am going to Melkote. But those of you are here, please tomorrow try to spend maximum time on chanting. Once His Holiness Srila Lokanath Goswami Maharaj asked Prabhupada, is it true on Ekadashi we should chant 25 rounds? You have said like that, is it true? Prabhupada said, no, I did not say that. Many times things are not told and people just add, Prabhupada said like this. I like gobi parota. Prabhupada said, I like gobi parota. Prabhupada was asked, did you say like this? Prabhupada said, no, I never said like this. Then what did you say? I said on Ekadashi, one should not stop chanting. Chant 20 rounds, 25 rounds on Mala, and off Mala you keep on chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. It's like nowadays you have offline and online classes. Somehow they remain connected with Krishna. Okay, next verse. Shachi kahe na khai. Please be ready. Those who keep the mic in rotation. Anybody likes to read, please raise your hand. Or rather we go in order. Shachi kahe na khaiba bhala ek kahila. Sei haite ekadashi karite lagila.
Mother Sati said, you have spoken very nicely. I shall not eat grains on Ekadashi. From that day, she began to observe fasting on Ekadashi.
At that time, the system was different. At that time, those women whose husbands have left their body, जो विधवा हैं, जो स्त्री विधवा होती है, वही फास्टिंग करती. So those who were staying with their husband, they were not compulsory to fast. But Lord Chaitanya would change the system. He said vidva or sadhva. Vidva means without husband. Sadhva means with husband. Everybody should fast on Ekadashi. Here in this temple, we have nice facility. Tomorrow devotees can come and do japa. Our Rakal Krishna Prabhu likes devotees to come on Ekadashi day. Karte hai na Prabhu regularly devotees. And then I think there is prasadam also at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. What 4 o'clock? Huh? यहाँ बहुत दयालु है भगवान. 9 o'clock. But my suggestion is, if you want to chant extra now, at 9 o'clock, take very light prasad. Just some fruits or whatever you can take normally. Take 25% of that. Just like I was giving lecture today, I was in ICC temple, and devotee liked the lecture. And I was also feeling, I was telling the lecture, chant more rounds. I was chanting also. But as soon as I took little prasad, the chanting becomes affected. Doctors also tell you, when you speak, when you eat some grain or even non-grain, the energy of the head goes into the stomach for digestion. Right? The fact. How many of you agree with me? So all your thinking and your concentration becomes affected. The best is not to eat any time or throughout life. But if you do that, you will die. I don't want you to die. Mera naam kharab ho jayega. So try to eat minimal. Like every day also, non-Ekadashi day also. Sometimes we take breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between 2-3 times. So try to regulate. It's good for the body also. My good friend Anukule Kashipu, president of our Jagannath temple here. Yesterday Anukule was here. We just met. And I was surprised because I knew him very big, like a compressed version. And then he was telling me the secret. He said, since the time I have fasted, reduced my weight, my health has improved also. So actually, आवाज नहीं आ रहा? हरे कृष्ण ना बेटा, हरे कृष्ण. हाँ like, or I'll hold in the hand. उसका in adjustment like. Hare Krishna. The Prabhuji was sharing with me. He said, since I did some, weight reduction, my health also improved. So for Ekadashi, my observation is, take very light prasad in the morning. Then after 1 o'clock, you can take full prasad. Full means whatever you can digest. But I found that morning, if you take just till 12 o'clock, one can do nirjala. Or if you're feeling weakness, I take some fruits. Because once you take even varai or sabudana pakoda, then the japa ka pakoda. You agree with Rakel Prabhu? You agree with me? Kam khana acha subah ke samay. After 12 o'clock, you can take next. So my request is everybody at least try 32 rounds tomorrow. 16 you do every day. Please do only 16, but do 2 times. Or if you want to please Prabhupada more, then do 4 times. So whatever time your temple service and family duties are there, you finish that, and rest of the time chant. Ekadashi is such an important day. It is said that any activity that you perform on Ekadashi, it has got 1,000 times more benefit, especially chanting the holy name. And best is if you can come to the temple in front of Lord Jagannath and chant. Because I think after morning program gets over at 9:30, temple is open till 1 o'clock. 4 hours you can sit and chant. And even after the temple closes, chant. So why I am emphasizing this? Because this Ekadashi special is just before Gaur Purnima. And even more special after the Ekadashi, Dwadashi. Some people, they like Dwadashi more than Ekadashi. Why this Dwadashi is special? It is the disappearance day of one great devotee, whose name is Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is the grand spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gurudev is Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri's Gurudev is Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri's disciple is Shiranga Puri. And another disciple is Paramananda Puri. Another disciple is Ramchandra Puri. Another disciple is Nityananda Prabhu. Another disciple is Advaita Acharya. Another disciple is Ramchandra Puri. He was also disciple. But what was speciality of Ishwara Puri? Why Lord Chaitanya took Diksha from Ishwara Puri? Because he was rendering service to Madhavendra Puri. Because on Tuesday, I will not be there, so I thought I will just tell in short the story of Madhavendra Puri. How many of you have heard the pastime of Madhavendra Puri stealing, Lord stealing, Kheer Chor Gopinath? Everybody has heard. How many of you have tasted the Kheer? After the lecture today, those who are listening very attentively, they will see the Kheer in meditation. I don't know what the menu is there, but there's some sweet is there after the lecture. Pata na prasadam mein sweet to rehta hai. Whatever sweet is there, mentally you can think it is Kheer. Why Lord stole for Madhavendra Puri? Anybody can answer this question. Why the Lord stole? I remember last time when I was there, Prabhuji was grinding Chandan. You remember that? Such a wonderful devotee. For hours together, Chandan Seva. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, very nice. You are from Odisha originally? Near. I like Odisha very much because the Jagannath Prasad is there. And this temple is not different from Puri. The Lord Jagannath is there. Yesterday, Anukule Keshav Prabhu, somehow we met, it was not planned. He told me so many nice pastime of Jagannath here, just taken place here. And I remember when this temple, 5 years, 6 years back, I was in that. I always come to regularly to Bangalore. Because of COVID, 2 years I did not come. So when I was in that temple, Anukule Prabhu came with he wanted to show, we were trying to get this land. He wanted to show this to the deities. He was telling me that I did not have enough money also, but I had faith in Lord Jagannath. It's a miracle how it happened. This property cost several crores of rupees. And at that time, we didn't have even 1 crore. Prabhuji had faith. Jagannath sab karenge. Jagannath sab karenge. Really amazing. In this part of Bangalore, to get any property is not easy. Even to buy one flat, you buy a flat and you take loan, and as you pay the loan, you become flat. Very difficult. One flat, I was asking Pradeep, he said 1 crore rupees just for 2 BHK. How could we get all this? Not by material endeavor. Because of Anukulya Prabhu, all of you devotees together, jointly. It is not only one person, all of you. You had faith in Lord Jagannath, faith in Prabhupada. That's Prabhupada's temple. Everything, much more details, I don't have time to discuss now. So much details. How Jagannath is manifesting his pastime. One good thing about this temple is constant prasadam distribution. Prabhupada wanted like that. Prabhupada wrote one letter. You see in the folio, Prabhupada says, my letter to all the temple presidents, that everyone, every temple, there should be prasad distribution. In fact, Prabhupada says, not only 1 o'clock, every time, atta should be ready. Somebody comes, garam pudi sabji bana ke do. Or in modern language, at least rice, dal, or khichdi, something. Because it's Krishna's house. And then somebody asked Prabhupada, where will he get money from? Prabhupada said, are you the manager or Radharani the manager? And I heard same thing from Anukulya Prabhu yesterday. He said, I have faith in Jagannath. Many people tell me that, why you are spending so much on prasadam? Anukulya Prabhu said, तुम्हारे जेब से नहीं ले रहे ना, भगवान जगन्नाथ दे रहे हैं ना, तुम्हारे पॉकेट से नहीं आ रहा ना, बस शांत रहो. And because Jagannath is pleased, when we distribute his mercy, Jagannath becomes very happy. And that's why he is giving this facility. If you use it properly, then Jagannath will give more. If you do something wrong, Jagannath will take away. Jagannath is very intelligent. He is not giving blank check. वो condition जा रहे हैं. If you use it for preaching, for distributing my prasad, for distributing my books, then well and good. If you use it for sense gratification, bhag jao. Either the Lord will take away the property or He will throw you out, one of them. So we are very blessed. I am personally coming after 2 years and it's a dream come true. The dream of the Vaishnavas here. All of you collectively are responsible for this success. And the work is not yet over. It's a lot more work. Devotees can contribute and help in this project more and more. Third floor, I think the main temple will be there. Coming back to the story of Madhavendra Puri had this quality, complete faith in Krishna. It's like sometimes when I travel, I take one hot pot with, prasadam. मिलेगा कि नहीं बाद में पेट्रोल भर लो आगे पंप होगा कि नहीं पता नहीं. So you want to Madhavendra Puri would not carry even one small plastic bag. He was just traveling like a mendicant from one place to another. And he was traveling all over Bharatvarsh. He would not keep even one assistant with him. अपने एक साथी को भी नहीं रखते अपने साथ. क्यों? साथी को रखा तो बात करना पड़ता है. How are you? आपने खाया कि नहीं? वड़ा सांबर कैसा था? How was the idli? Like that we discuss this. Very few will discuss. Oh, Radha Krishna Leela is so nice. Gaur Leela is so nice. कभी कभी होता है साल में एक बार. But generally, how is your family? How is your husband? How is your wife? How are your children? ये ब्रह्मचारी होगा तो how is your locker? How is your धोती कुर्ता? Where are you preaching? And you follow up. क्या हो रहा है? It's not wrong. It's not prajalpa, but it is not spiritual, not material, semi-spiritual. But Madhavendra Puri did not want anybody. And he came to Govardhan. After traveling through all of Bharatvarsh, he came to Govardhan. And in Govardhan, he did parikrama. How many of you have done Govardhan parikrama? Okay. Today we will do parikrama and come back within 5 minutes. If you go by flight, it takes 2 hours to Delhi. This has to be something we can tie it up. Hare Krishna. I think the sound system is also very tired. 4 days, lot of seva kar diya. He is telling me, Krishna Prabhu, band karo, bahut ho gaya. But I have been told to speak till 1 o'clock. So I'll speak for half an hour more. So, Madhavendra Puri, he came to Govardhan. I'll just quickly take you through Govardhan. First of all, when you do Govardhan Parikrama, we go to Mansi Ganga. How many of you have done Govardhan Parikrama? So all of you know where Mansi Ganga is there. Mansi Ganga is the place where Krishna killed one demon. What was his name of the demon? He was in the form of a calf. Bachde ke roop mein tha, wo kya hai naam? Vatsasura. I think he has some good relation with Asuras. You remember all them. I am also like that. I am their chief representative. So Vatsasura was killed and Gopi said, Krishna, you are supposed to protect the cows. What are you doing? You are killing cows. You have to perform atonement. Prayashchit karna hoga. Krishna pucha, kaun sa what prayashchit? You have to go and take bath in the Ganga, Haridwar. So Krishna was thinking, my God, Haridwar is so far. And trains nowadays after COVID, very difficult to get reservation also. So he decided to bring Ganga there from his man. Man means mind. Manasi Ganga appeared. And Lord Krishna showed the Brajavasis just to make them feel confident. Ganga Mata appeared on a crocodile. Ganga Mata's vehicle is a crocodile. You know that? Just like you have got Innova, right? I mean, you know what is Innova. So somebody has Santro. So all the demigods have different vehicles. Brahmaji has got Hans. And Lord Shiva has got Nandi Bell. And Kartikeya's son has got Peacock. And Ganeshji has got Mouse. And Parvati Devi has got a lion. So I was just thinking, if you go to Lord Shiva's home, how much variety is in parking area? No? Nandi Bell is there. And one share is there, one mouse and peacock. It's like, some person is very rich, he has got Innova, For his children, he has got an Activa. For his son, he has got Hero Honda. So, but Narad Muni has got no vehicle. Even Lord Vishnu rides on Garuda. But Narad Muni has no vehicle, He doesn't even use cycle. How does Narad Muni travel? Not by Karnataka State Transport. He doesn't go to Kempagoda International Airport. How does Narad Muni travel? Just by his desire. He will desire, I want to go to Swargaloka. Now I want to go to meet Kansa in Mathura. Now I want to meet Narayan in Vaikuntha. Narad Muni has got international passport and visa. And in his Sarup Siddhi means he is perfect. So whatever he desires, that happens. That's why we should pray to Prabhupada and pure devotees. Because pure devotees, whatever they desire, Krishna fulfills. And for the desire of Srila Prabhupada, Solesh Jayapada Swami Maharaj, and all wonderful devotees. Just few minutes back, I was speaking about this project. All of you worked so hard and your desire is fulfilled. Krishna is fulfilled. But our work is never over. Get more and more devotees. So I was telling the story of this Govardhan Parikrama. Krishna manifested Manasi Ganga. He said this Ganga is non-different from the Ganga in Haridwar. But because this Ganga is in Braj Dham, the effect of taking bath here is 1,000 times more than in the Ganga of Haridwar. Generally, when you do parikrama, first we go to Manasi Ganga, sprinkle few drops, have darshan of Haridev, take blessing of Chakleshwar Mahadev. Lord Shiva is residing here. Lord Shiva is very intelligent. He has booked an apartment in all the dhams. He's there in Govardhan, he's there in Vrindavan, Gopeshwar, Mathura, Bhuteshwar, Govardhan, Chakleshwar, and Kameshwar. You have Lord Shiva temple here also somewhere in this area. And Hoga. Like in Radha Gopinath temple in Mumbai, we have Babulnath Mahadev. We know one congregation devotee. He would go to Lord Shiva temple every Monday. He never knew where the temple is, Radha Gopinath temple. He would pray to Lord Shiva, please show me the path to the absolute truth. 5 years. After 5 years, Lord Shiva said, go to the street opposite 7 km Munshi Marg Chowpat. And he became a dedicated follower, Prabhupada's follower. In fact, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Prabhupada's disciple, was saying that when Prabhupada came to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, just now where Radha Gopinath temple is there, just across the street, there is one Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And Prabhupada gave lecture. It is there in folio. After the lecture, Prabhupada came out. He looked at Shyam Sundar Prabhu and said, this is a good place. We should have a ISKCON temple here also. Prabhupada said in 1970s. And after 15 years after Prabhupada left the planet, after 10 years after Prabhupada left the planet, this temple became manifest. So whatever Prabhupada desires, that will be fulfilled. It is a matter of time. So coming back to the parikrama after Manasi Ganga, we go through Dan Ghati. Dan Ghati means to change. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. After going through, this better. Make it a little tight. Hare Krishna, yes. I think one mic must be tired, so now he's taking rest. So after Dan Ghati, Dan Ghati is a place where Krishna is collecting taxes from the gopis. Like if you have a mountain, in between the mountain there is a valley. So Krishna is standing there and collecting tax. Then we do parikrama and we come to one place called Dan Nivartan Kund, where gopis collect tax from Krishna. Dan means tax here. And then we come to the beautiful place, which is that place where all the Brajavasis offered the big bhoga to Giriraj Govardhan. Aniyor. There were laddus and samosas and what else? Pizza. Pizza was not there yet. Maybe now in the new version of Govardhan Leela, there will be pizza also. And there was dal and kheer and samosas and rasgulla. What else do you like? Gulab jamun. And Krishna accepted all the offering and said, Aniyor, Aniyor. Aniyor means I want more. Brajapati said, this is all we have. So they just offered some tulasi leaves. And then after that, we come to this place called Govinda Kund. Has anybody seen Govinda Kund? This was the place where Indra performed the Abhishek. And this is exactly the place where Madhavendra Puri got milk from the Lord. Govinda Kund. Very, very auspicious place. And one good thing about Govinda Kund is when you come there, darshan of Giriraj is very close. The distance is like where I am sitting to where the wall is. Just 5 feet or maximum 10 feet away. Beautiful darshan of Giriraj. Then we move ahead from Govinda Kund and we come to one place called Apsara Kund and Naval Kund. Has anybody seen this? Apsara Kund, Naval Kund. This is very amazing place. What is Apsara Kund? The gopis, their love for Krishna is manifest in the form of this Kund. It is called Apsara Kund. And what is Naval Kund? The cowherd boy, Krishna's love for the gopis. And then we come to Puchari Ka Lota Baba. There is one Narsinga temple also. It was installed by Krishna's father, Nanda Baba. And then there is the temple of Puchari Ka Lota Baba. Puchari Ka Lota Baba is a very interesting story. One of the friends of Krishna, when Krishna was leaving, he asked Krishna, where are you going? He says, I am going Mathura, but I will come back the day after tomorrow. And that friend is waiting. Krishna will come back. 1 day, 2 days, 100 years, 1,000 years, 5,000 years. And he is not taking any prasad. But still he is quite fat. Spiritual. Puchari Ka Lota Baba. Then you move forward, come to Surabhi Kund. See, even after Indra begged forgiveness, Krishna did not forgive him. It was a very big offense. Can you imagine the scale of aparad? If a Vaishnava is walking and I speak something bad about him, that is aparad. What kind of aparad did Indra do? He wanted to kill all the residents of Vrindavan. He is a Vaishnava himself. See, this is how pride can make one blind. Pride is the greatest danger of spiritual life. Indra is a Vaishnava, it's not a Mayavadi. But because of pride, he was thinking that I want to annihilate all the Brajavasis. So he came and begged forgiveness. Krishna said, I don't care. Then he went to his guru, Brahaspati. And his guru, Brahaspati, he told him that the kind of offense you have done is very, very grave. So the only solution is you take somebody who is very dear to Krishna with you. So he took Surabhi cow. Surabhi cow means. So finally, when Surabhi cow came, Krishna gave him some attention. So Surabhi cow, because Indra took shelter of a great devotee, Krishna forgave him. Our situation is like this. We have gone against the desire of Krishna and we have come to this material world. But we take shelter of pure devotee like Prabhupada and their representatives. Our offense is forgiven. Then after Surabhi Kund, we come to an area where Giriraj, very intimate darshan. For 2-3 kilometers, inside Jatipura. Jatipura is a nice place because Yati means Madhavendra Puri would stay there. It's also a good place in case you are hungry. There's hot jalebis and milk there. Practical hints. And then we come to Uddhav Kund. Anybody seen Uddhav Kund? Uddhava, he desired to become a blade of grass in Vrindavan. He wanted the dust of the gopis. And his desire was off. Put it off. Should I put this off? Uddhava prayed to Krishna that I want to become Gulmalata to get the dust of the gopis. So his desire was fulfilled. Then we come to Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, most holy place. He said that among all Brajamandal, Vrindavan Dham, Haribol, Pradeep. Among all the Vrindavan Dham, the most holy place is Giriraj Govardhan. And in Giriraj Govardhan, the most holy place is Radha Kund, where Radharani and Krishna are performing their intimate life. And then afterwards, we come to Kusum Sarovar, where the gopis pluck flower. And there is one beautiful place called Shamvan, where Krishna killed. We come back to Manasi Ganga, and Gordhan Parikrama is over. Bol Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Fastest parikrama of my life. Why I told this story is just to get you a feeling of Madhavendra Puri, whom we are discussing today. His disappearance day is day after tomorrow. The Madhavendra Puri did this whole parikrama, but he didn't take any prasad. And then he came and he was just waiting. His style of prasadam was, if somebody came and said, Babaji, thoda roti le lo, then he would accept. If somebody did not come, then he would fast. It is very difficult for us to follow. Better we take wherever prasad is available. Madhavendra Puri was waiting and Krishna came personally. Baba, ye lo thoda doodh le lo, take some milk. Who are you? How do you know that I am hungry? So, that beautiful boy, all of you know who this boy is. He is a Chit Chor. He steals the heart of all the devotees. This beautiful boy, he said, I am a cowherd boy. I am a cowherd boy. You can keep it. In my village, nobody goes hungry. Either somebody begs, or if nobody begs, then I bring milk for him. Now the gopis who came to take water, they told me that you are hungry. Please take this. I will come back to collect the vessel. Madhavendra Puri drank and he was thinking, who is this boy? Just by seeing him, I am feeling so happy. All my hunger and thirst is forgotten. And then in the night he had a dream. And the dream Krishna appeared and told him, Madhavendra Puri, I am behind the bushes. Please And when the Lord told him, go to Puri, get Chandan, immediately he left. He didn't check whether the confirmed ticket or RAC is there. There was no trains at that time. Walking. Can you imagine? Nowadays, even taking trains from here to Mayapur, 30 hours, very tiring. You know, we prefer, if possible, to go by flight. At that time, can you imagine if Mayapur or Vrindavan, we had to go walking, how many of would you go every year? Very great challenge. But Madhavendra Puri walked all the way just for the pleasure of the Lord. What I want to highlight is this quality of Madhavendra Puri, which Prabhupada discussed in the purport. that he was willing to take all difficulties and inconveniences for the service of the Lord. तुम्हारा सेवा ते जेते दुख से तो परम सुख. This is a beautiful song written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Welcome. We are discussing Madhavendra Puri's story. How he was willing to take difficulties and inconveniences just for the pleasure of the Lord. That, oh my Lord, the inconvenience and difficulties that I have to face in your service, they are the greatest pleasure. The Madhavendra Puri, he went all the way to Jagannath Puri walking. He had to cross rivers and mountains. He had nobody to accompany him. He didn't know the way. There was no Google Maps. Once I was just playing with just trying different options in the laptop. Google, they put maps from your location to, let's say, airport or Majestic station, right, to get routes. I just typed from here to Golok Vrindavan, and it went on searching and said no routes found. So I told this to one devotee. He said we should put a software. If somebody asked the way to Golok Vrindavan, you should give the address of the nearest temple. So the ISKCON temple are the gateway to the spiritual world. The Prabhupada said actually that wherever ISKCON temples are there, deities are being worshipped nicely and devotees are engaged in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Prabhupada said that is the spiritual world. So Madhavendra Puri, he came to one village called Remuna, and this temple of Khirchar Gopinath is very special because these deities are originally worshipped by Lord Ramchandra, or even before that, from Satyuga time. And actually the way, I'm sorry, not Satyuga, Treta Yuga, because Lord Ramchandra carved these deities. Sita Maharani asked Lord Ramchandra, please show me how your next incarnation will be. So Lord Ram took a piece of stone and took out his arrow. And with his arrow, he carved this deity and said, this is going to be my form in the next avatar in Dwapar Yuga. Sita Maharani liked this deity very much. She worshipped. And then from generations, it went on to different devotees. It's a Swambhu Murti. Like, Swambhu means carved by Lord Ram, as good as Swambhu. If you go in the morning, Pujari will show you the Vishwarup when the Lord is being dressed. And you see the deities, there's covered boys, there is cows, and there's Brahma and Shiva and on the sides also. Very beautiful. And along with Gopinath, there's Madan Mohan and Govind Dev also. So Madhavendra Puri was thinking, the Lord was being offered some kheer. And the local devotees told that the kheer which is offered here is called Amrita Keli. And there is only one sweet which is equal to Amrita Keli. And that is Amrita Keli. There is no sweet equal to that. Prithvi Tamena, it is mentioned in Chaitanya Charita. So Madhavendra Puri was thinking, if I could get somehow little bit of that sweet without asking, then I can make similar sweet for Gopal. His meditation was always Gopal. But then he started condemning himself. Oh, what rascal I am. Lord is eating bhoga. Krishna's arrangement. Now also bhoga is being offered. So we are in. And it was night time, he was taking rest. And the Lord appeared in the dream to the local pujari. Says, please get up. You do not know my tricks. I have hidden one pot of sweet rice for my dear devotee Madhavendra Puri. Please take this sweet rice and give it to him. Pujari got up, he took bath, and he was surprised. Behind the curtain, there was one pot of sweet rice. Generally, Pujari is an expert in distributing or finishing sweet rice. Nothing remains till next day. When Pujari was surprised, he took that sweet rice pot and was, Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri, where is Madhavendra Puri? Gopinath has stolen sweet rice for you. Madhavendra Puri came out, yes, I am. Oh, he offered Dandavats, Sashtang Dandavat, again and again. And then Madhavendra Puri also offered obeisances. Because Prabhupada says both are special. Madhavendra Puri is of course Acharya, but the Pujari is also very special because the Lord appeared to him in dream. How many of us have Krishna in the dreams? Some of you may get dreams of eating Rasgulla, Mahaprasad. Sometimes you get dream that you are falling from a mountain. But yet having dreams about spiritual master and Krishna is very special. So he took that sweet rice and gave it to Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri liked it. He ate the whole sweet rice. Not only that, he broke the pot and he carried the pot pieces, and every day he would taste one bit of that sweet rice. And Madhavendra Puri, actually what happened is, he did not stay there for long. Why did not stay there for long? He was thinking, now everybody will say, Madhavendra Puri, you are the one, for you the Lord stole sweet rice. We saw in the Facebook. Now if I were, suppose like all of you know, I had darshan of Prabhupada in 77. I'm very fortunate. So we like to, conditioned soul like me likes to brag about their good fortune. Yes, I am fortunate. I've met Prabhupada. But a true devotee, he does not like prestige. A true devotee wants to become amanina manadena. He sees giving respect to others and expecting none in return. So Madhavendra Puri, he said, if I stay here, I'll become very popular. Better I leave this place. He left this place and went to Jagannath Puri. And when he reached Jagannath Puri, all the pujaris said, you are Madhavendra Puri? Oh, you already got a message about you. See, there was no internet at that time. Still, messages were going. There's one app which is working called P app, Paramatma app. That app works even when there is no electricity, when the phone is shut off. Before you are typing the message, that message goes. Paramatma is watching us every moment. How conscious we should be. You never do or think anything bad in front of the deities. We should know Paramatma is watching me, say 24/7. His eyes do not blink also. Madhavendra Puri said, yes, I am Madhavendra Puri. I need your help for Chandan. He said, no problem. They gave a lot of Chandan and not only one assistant to grind. And Madhavendra Puri carried all of this. And he came again to Remuna on the way back. And the Pujari, when he saw, immediately he gave him sweet rice. Nahi to raat ko phir se uthayega. And then again Madhavendra Puri slept and he had another dream. I hope you are all not dreaming. How many of you are dreaming say Hari Bol? How many of you are awake say Hari Bol? Almost 99%. Good record. So Lord again appeared dream. And this time Gopal appeared. Said, there's no difference between me and Gopinath. You can take that Chandan and offer to Gopinath. I will also feel very cool. So that you should understand, Lord is same. We have Jagannath here, Jagannath in Puri, Mayapur, Rajapur, Jagannath. Then some temple in Kerala, there is Jagannath. They are all one. Sometimes devotees start thinking, oh, my temple Jagannath is the only Jagannath. Like Prabhupada, when he was in Jagannath Puri, he was very upset that devotees were not allowed to have darshan of Jagannath, those who are born in Western countries. He said, he is Jagannath, not Odiyanath. Not only for Odisha. So between like here there's Jagannath, then Rajapur Jagannath, they're all one. There is no clash of ego. The same way the devotees also should have very good relationship between different temples, different devotees, different cultural backgrounds, different economic backgrounds. Because Krishna is the same. Vasudeva Kutumba. We are one family. So Madhavendra Puri, he did not have to carry the Chandan. He told the pujaris, Gopinath pujaris, the Lord appeared and said, you can apply the Chandan. They were very happy. Yes, we will also sponsor. We will also give some help. And day and night, there was Chandan festival. I think it will begin, next month, April or May, Chandan Yatra starts. in April. That is called Akshaya Tritiya. I think end of April. Madhavendra Puri became very famous, although he did not want fame. Prabhupada writes in the purport that Lord Chaitanya glorified Madhavendra Puri. Puri sama bhagyavana nahi kona jana. There is nobody as fortunate as Madhavendra Puri. The Lord appeared in his dream 3 times and 1 time personally. Such devotees are very dear to the Lord. So now we are approaching for Purnima. Let us meditate on the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Glories of devotees like Madhavendra Puri. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is never alone. He is with his associates. Sango Pangashra Parshadam. There are 6 Goswamis, Madhavendra Puri, Murari Gupta, Nityananda, Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasari, Gaur Bhakta. And that includes Srila Prabhupada and all his wonderful disciples who are guiding us by their example and inspiration. And all the present devotees also, the 3rd generation also. So Gaur Purnima is really a festival of service to Vaishnavas and holy name. Lord Chaitanya was asked this question: how can we make advancement? And Lord said, do 2 things. Serve the Vaishnavas and chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Very grateful to the devotees, temple management devotees, for giving me opportunity. Almost 3 days I could speak something. I have about 6-7 minutes more. I thought instead of speaking, I'll do 5 minutes kirtan. Is that okay? Sitting or standing? Let us take a vote. How many would like to have sitting little grave kirtan? How many would like to have standing kirtan? Okay, majority wins. So let us have 5 minutes, because after that there are other programs. We'll have a short kirtan. Is that okay? Please. Mridanga, somebody can play Mridanga? Shadwaj Prabhu like to play Mridanga? Achha. Shri Krishna, please come forward everybody. Just for 5 minutes, please. Please cooperate, please. Hari Bol. बातें बाद में कर लेना, 5 minutes. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody loudly. Hare. इसके बाद क्या कोई और लेक्चर है क्या? अभी खुलेगा लेडीज खोलेंगे क्या? और वैसे एक बजे के बाद क्या आती होता है क्या? एक कीर्तन कंटिन्यू कर देंगे. But we have to tell the open answer and we have to participate. Those are कीर्तन is going on. आप बोलिए 4 मिनट है. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, oh Rama, Jai Jagannath, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, lovely Hare Krishna, Jagannath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, lovely Hare Krishna, Hare Gauranga, Hare Gaur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Tell me your
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. मैं एक्चुअली खड़े होके करना चाहता हूँ।
आप बैठ के करो लेकिन स्टन कर देते हैं।
क्या हुआ? मेरे को टाइम ही नहीं मिला लेक्चर के बाद। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. नहीं मैं उठने वाला था, उठने वाला।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First time you have made me sing.
आज मैंने लेक्चर में बोला, आपने सुना? आपके बारे में नहीं, कॉन्फ्रेंस में नहीं जाए। सर्कल बना हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे बोलो हरे कृष्णा हरे राम राम हरे जय long time.
आपका एक फर्स्ट है ये बात। मैं इंतजार कर रहा था कब आप आएंगे और अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं उसको होम टाउन चला गया था। Yesterday night I came. I'm so fortunate to have you. बॉम्बे नहीं है और
एक बार आप
और कितना दिन है
अभी निकल रहा हूँ मेल बोल रहे हरे 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 राम राम हरे Good singer in that. One more time. और मोबाइल उधर ही होगा ना? मोबाइल लेना है। स्टैंड के ऊपर लगा मोबाइल जाना मोबाइल और कौन अच्छा गाता है और कौन अच्छा गाता है
Krishna Yadavaya Namah. Hariharaya Namah. Yadavaya Namah. Yadavaya Madhava. Keshavaya Namah. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah. Gopal Govindara Madhusudana. Gopal Govindara Gopal Govindara Madhusudana. Giridhari Govina Adana Mohana. Giridhari Govina Giridhari Govina Adana Mohana. Giridhari Govina Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gita. Krishnananda Gaura